Hey guys, we're changing a starter on this 2015 GMC Sierra with a 5.3 liter. Just to get to this point, you gotta open the hood, disconnect the negative terminal on the battery. There's gonna be a 10 mil nut on there. So just loosen that off, take the negative off. Then you're gonna get the vehicle jacked up, pull the passenger side wheel off, and we wanna get in behind the fender liner. So you're gonna have to remove a bunch of T15 Torx screws that go around the fender liner, and hopefully they're not seized on like this one was. But I just removed basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 screws just to fold this out of the way. There's probably like 40 screws holding this thing on. It's insane. Then once you get there, you can look in there and see where the starter is. Now, I've got the Y pipe out of this thing, so it gives us a lot of room. You don't have to take it off, but I just have it out so that you guys can see, and it makes for a better video. But it's totally possible to do it with the Y pipe in there. You can see the starter there. There's a heat shield plate that bolts to the side of it. The gray connector is going to be our starter signal wire. And then this big wire that has this foil tape on it, that's our main power wire. So what we're gonna do first, we're going to disconnect our signal wire. So I'll try to get over so you guys can see, but there's a tab that's on the side of it, and you just press in on it, and then this connector pulls off. I'll try to show you. There's the little tab that you gotta depress. Right there. So push that in, pull this connector off. Then we're gonna need a 13 millimeter socket to take that 13 millimeter nut off, securing the power wire to the starter. All right, once you get the nut off of there, there is a lock washer that's in behind it. So you just take that thing off, then you can pull this power wire off. Now, the reason you disconnect the battery is so that this wire isn't live, because you don't want it shorting out on anything. I'm just gonna sort of tuck it off to the side. Then the next thing we're gonna do is remove the shield that's up here. So we've got one 10 millimeter bolt there, and then there's another bolt that's on the back side, and I'm gonna grab the video scope so I can show you guys. All right, so there's a 13 millimeter bolt, and you can look and see where the camera is pointed back there. Okay, so it's facing towards the back of the vehicle. So you gotta take that off and the 10 millimeter bolt to get the shield off. All right, so first bolt, 10 millimeter, that's the easy one. Obviously with the pipe that's in the way, you'll have to use a wrench. Not a big deal. Actually, I'm not too sure if that's even bolted the starter. You might just be able to like move it like that. I'm gonna take it off anyways. No, I need an extension. Okay, so I sort of just had to weasel that. There's like a manifold that's right here. So I had to just like weasel it forwards and down and out a little bit. I know that's kind of confusing, but there you can see the 10 millimeter goes here. There's the 13, it goes up in there. Okay, so we got two bolts here. They come up through the bottom and they're 13 millimeter bolts. Oh yeah, you can see all the oil leaking out of this one. Okay, you can see that there's a 10mm bolt right here, and it gets right in your way of the bolt. Low socket, then you don't have to take that bolt out, but if you only have a deep socket, you gotta take that bolt out. Okay, I'm just gonna let it fall when it comes out. Okay, so then you just gotta weasel it around. And can we come out this way? Yes, we can. Okay. There's the starter in all its glory. Alright, you just weasel that thing up in there. Do it all weasel-like. And you just start your bolts. All right, make sure that these are tightened down evenly, and you're gonna torque them down to 37 foot-pounds. Sorry, it's my first day as a mechanic. Okay, let's get that shield on. Okay, guys, now we've got to put this shield back in here. We're gonna weasel that thing in there. And once you get it into place, just hand start both of the bolts. Now the 10mm bolt at the bottom is going to get torqued to 80 inch-pounds, and the top bolt's going to get torqued to 16 foot-pounds. Okay, I went over a little bit, but I think that's okay. 1 second. Gotta run that down by hand. Okay, so now we're going to take the battery cable and install that onto the starter. And there's like a little tab that's on it, so I guess it's just going to sit where it sits. And install the nut. Sorry guys, just doing this blind. All right, cameraman made a good point here. A little piece that sticks out, the little finger. You want to make sure that it's off to the side and not sitting up against the plastic anywhere in here, just so the wiring harness can drop down as far as it can. And then you're going to take your 13 millimeter. We're going to tighten this down, and we're going to torque it to 16 inch-pounds, or 14 newton meters, or 124 inch-pounds. Okay, now we just need to plug in our signal wire. You just line that up, and it should just pop right on there. Make sure that it's secure, give it a little tug. And then all we've got to do now is put the fender liner back up, hand start all of the little fasteners for that, which is an important step. Otherwise, if you just start tightening them down, good chance like some of the holes aren't going to line up, and then you're going to have to go back and loosen them off. Once you get them all started, tighten them down, just hand tight. Then obviously put the wheel on. The wheel nuts get torqued down to 140 foot-pounds in a 6-star pattern. Do 2 passes of that just to ensure that the wheel is torqued on. And then after 60 miles or 100 kilometers of driving, you should re-torque the wheels and make sure they are still tight after the vehicle has settled from driving. And then the last thing is tighten down that battery negative cable. So just put that thing on there, snug, doesn't have to be super tight. All right guys, thanks for watching. I hope this video was a good help and answers all the questions you might have. If there is anything that we can improve on to make the video better, let us know in the comments. If you got any questions or need help with anything, let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.